Hello and welcome to the channel, everybody. In this video I'm going to unbox and give you my first impressions of the new Oculus Quest 2. So finally, a few days late, but here it is, the new Oculus Quest. Right, we're looking at a bit of a Apple unboxing experience here. Look at those tabs. Look at it. Look at the tabs. They're Apple tabs. Right, let's open this up. This particular model is the 256. It's not the 64 gig. Trying to future-proof myself a little bit, just in case games get bigger, which they might. For the original Oculus Quest 1, 64 gig was probably okay. I reckon if you're going to be installing a lot of games on here, and they're going to be some of the new games coming out that's more optimized for the Oculus Quest 2, you might need the 256. So we've got a bit of a plain brown box here with a O for Oculus. I always have a habit of smashing things on this table. Anyway, here we are. That is the new Oculus Quest 2. That is what you'll get in the box when you open it up. Let's plug these out. The new controllers, new white controllers. Now, I have heard some reviewers say that this doesn't feel as good in your hand as the older ones, the Oculus Quest 1/Rift S controllers, which are the same. Apparently, a lot of people are saying these aren't as ergonomic, and I'm not sure I agree with that. The grab buttons feel similar. Triggers feel similar. The joysticks, again, I reckon they're the same. Buttons feel the same. Not these buttons, not the menu button and the Oculus button. You can feel on the new controllers, the click has a bit more of a click, whereas the click on the old ones are a little bit more, I wouldn't say spongy, they've still got a click. So as you can see, a bit of a design change there in the middle. Apparently they've updated the infrared through here as well, which I'll do in my next video. I'm actually going to get a camera out to just check the difference between these two controllers, but I'm not going to put it in this video. The texture has changed. With the older controllers, they've got this grippy type feeling on them, some kind of coating, whereas these white Quest 2s, they're just like pure plastic. I don't feel like they're going to fall out of my hand, but maybe when they get sweaty they might. I'll have to update you on that. Oh yeah. So with the old controllers, they've got like this little magnetic thing that just kind of, see, pull it apart, then it just, whereas they've updated this so that that actually doesn't happen anymore. It's just literally kind of a bit of a cheap plasticky feel. It does feel like that is well, this is cheaper than the old one. And it does feel it, in my opinion. It nearly feels like this is going to break even, but it just feels that way. Just FYI. While I'm at this, might as well just pop this tab out. Comes with some Mitsubishi Electric batteries. I see. They have they've switched to the spring. See that in there? I don't know if you can see that, but it's quite a strong little pin that pushes the battery. So I think on the old model, not that I had this issue with mine, but with the old model, apparently people were complaining that this has changed as well. We'll get onto that in a second. So apparently with this model, the battery, which I use rechargeables, see in there, it's got the spring like most. So apparently, under some circumstances, that spring, when you're throwing the controllers around, it was a bit of a controller disconnect here and there when the battery just didn't have proper contact. Apparently some people were having issues with that. I never had that issue. I don't know. But yeah, let's talk about this for a second. I won't dwell on this too long because it's insignificant details. We've got, what is this? It's like a piece of leather here as a strap, whereas this is a cord. You know, probably cheaper. Does it matter? I reckon this is probably actually going to last longer. In saying that, it's white, so it'll probably turn brown. Let's not dwell on that any longer. So, let's see what's in this box. What's in this box? Nothing? Oh, wait. We got what's probably instructions, reference guide, Oculus Quest 2. Yeah. Important stuff, of course. We have USB-C to USB-C cable. How long? I don't know, man. I'll check it out for you. About that long. I reckon that's about a meter. About a meter cable. We have a power brick, USB-C. Output 5 volts to amp, 10 watt. And we have the headset. Pretty small, pretty light. The last thing we have in this box, I'll get back to this, is if you have glasses or you feel like it's too bright inside your VR headset and just want to wear your sunglasses, well, this is what you need. So anyway, this will go in here to space out this a little bit so you can wear glasses with this. Something you can't do on all headsets. So good thing if you got glasses. And let's focus on the headset. What you've all been waiting for. There's fluff on my headset. Who's been fluffing on my headset? It says move lenses left or right to find clearest view. So that, for those of you that don't know, is Ipd adjustment. Ipd is the distance between the center of your pupils. So let me talk about that first, actually. So unlike the Quest 1, where there was an adjuster that you could pretty much set your Ipd perfectly on the bottom here, and it slid out and in nice and fluently to get just the perfect Ipd. The Oculus Quest 2 is made to a cheaper price point, and unfortunately one of the things that suffered is the Ipd adjustment. The Ipd adjustment here is only 3 settings. We have 2, which it's on in the box, or at least mine is. We have 3 and 1. I can't remember what 1 is. I do remember that 2 is 63 and 3 is 68. And I think most people are going to be probably somewhere in between 2 and 3. My Ipd is about 65, just under, I think. So I'm closest to 63, which isn't ideal. It's not going to be perfect for me, but I don't have a choice, do I? Still, some headsets, you don't even get a choice of 3 settings, and this you have 3 settings. So 3 settings is better than no settings. So there's that. In here it says no sunlight on lenses, no liquidy stuff on lenses. Let's not shine that bright light into my lenses, just in case it burns into my screen. Actually, on the screen, we've gone from an OLED to an LCD screen in this. Cheaper, it's just one panel now instead of two, but the resolution is better on this compared to the old one, but not as good blacks as you would get on an OLED. So let's pop these little clear thingamadoobs off. Over here we have the USB-C input. See? USB-C. See? Huh? The headphone jack. Well, not a headphone. You can plug your headphones into there. We've got what looks to be microphone holes here. Here is your volume adjuster. And on the other side, we have the power button. Now, one of the sneaky things Oculus has done here is provided you with a cheaper strap. A cheap, but it's a cheap headset. You can, of course, order the Elite strap, which I have done, but I believe I'm not going to get that till next week. The Oculus Quest 2 does have little speakers on the inside there, both sides. Let's see how this fits. Huh? Interesting. Yeah, I got a bit of light leakage. I did hear about this. To be honest, I'm not entirely happy with that. I have heard some people are saying pretty much go the VR cover plate on the insides here, not the plate, VR cover cushion in here, because there is a bit of light leakage. I'm okay all around here, I'm good. But around here, there's a lot of light leakage. Maybe I have a smaller nose than everyone else, I don't know. But I've got a lot here, and it feels like there's absolutely nothing touching it, which is kind of a good thing because you don't want it to obstruct your nose. I know with my Lenovo Explorer, it does touch my nose a little bit, and I wouldn't say it obstructs my nose, but it kind of does a little. This definitely doesn't, because it's definitely not touching my nose, I can tell you that. But I can completely see how many fingers I'm holding out right now, mostly. Like having these out in front of me, I can physically see these two fingers and these two fingers. That's how much gap there is there. This headset, with this normal package strap, not the Elite strap, doesn't feel too bad. As I shake my head, the lenses on the inside hit the top of my nose, like the bone on my nose. So if I'm like that, it actually and especially because there's no padding here, as I said, it does not touch my nose at all. This actually hits the bone of my nose, and that's on setting 2, by the way. If I had it on setting 1, that would probably be worse. But as I shake my head, the thing that actually stops the headset from moving is my nose, the bone on my nose right here hits, and that it kind of hurts. I have not had that on a headset at all before. Not a deal breaker. I think probably a VR cover sponge will probably fix that. It'll probably fill some of this gap and it'll hold my nose a bit better so it doesn't go bang, bang, bang. Just saying. I think the next thing we got to do is turn it on. Okay, so all the desk is gone. Now let's turn on the headset and see if it works. I thought this is going to be terrible if this doesn't have any battery in it. But hey, look, the light turned on. Oh, and I heard a sound. Did you hear that sound? Probably not. Let's give this a shot. Screen is looking the boss. Seriously, screen is looking the boss. Now I don't need to flip up my headset to find the controllers, because as I said, you got that much gap under here that you can just see it through. Check clarity. Adjust headset on your face until you can see the screen clearly. No, I can see it clearly. Screen door effect is not particularly noticeable. But in comparison to the Rift S, if you've got a Rift S, it's less of. I think the Rift S was pretty good in terms of screen door effect. Definitely better than the earlier original Vive, Lenovo Explorer, which was good for its time, but compared to this, like, this is better. Some VR headsets, you look straight ahead and only the thing in the center is quite clear. This, you can kind of keep your head looking forward and look side to side a little bit, and it's still in focus. So not bad. In terms of field of view, I reckon it's similar to my Rift S. I don't see a major difference with the Rift S to this. Controllers seem to be moving without any jitters, stutters. Doesn't seem to have any latency. So it's the next day now. I spent about an hour and a half, 2 hours with the Oculus Quest last night. I spent another probably hour and a half-ish today. Last night I just decided to watch an episode on Netflix in VR, which was interesting. I just wanted to start off with something pretty chill, something I could just sit down, look at the resolution, the lenses, and the quality of the screen looked pretty good. Screen door effect was near non-existent, but there was a little bit of bad stuff, and this was just watching Netflix. There was an IPD problem. I'm about 65 IPD, setting 2 is 63, setting 3 is 68 IPD. I'm in between the two, so I've had a hard time with it looking 100%. And there's no electronic adjustment on this like there is on my Rift S, for example. And so I always get a little bit of a sense of it's not as good as it could be. And I don't feel as comfortable looking through the lenses as what I do on my Rift S, which is weird because my Rift S, there's no adjustment whatsoever other than electronic. So this morning I actually changed the IPD adjuster in between the 2 and 3 settings, just kind of in limbo there. It did help a little bit, not 100% cured however. The other thing I noticed, even just watching Netflix, anytime there was a bright scene or like they're sitting down in a restaurant or something and the sun's shining through the window, that particular bright lit window scene that's on the side of the screen, I felt that there was glare between the screen at the front of the Quest and the lenses. There was just a bit of glare on the sides, like it's kind of weird. And something I didn't really experience with my Rift S. The controllers seem pretty comfortable. I don't have an issue with them. However, I do always go for where the buttons were on the Rift S, but that's just a getting used to it kind of thing. I did go into Beat Saber, going boop boop boop, and seemed okay. I was using the Quest 2 in Beat Saber with the Oculus Link, just to check latency and things like that, and it seemed okay for me. It didn't seem too laggy or anything like that. I was just in Echo Arena, playing around with the discs and stuff, and again, I didn't really notice much of the glaring or anything like that that I had in Netflix, and even just watching videos in general, I didn't seem to notice the glare as much in games. I was just in Altspace VR this morning, just playing different games and stuff in there. Graphics did look a little bit less on the Oculus Quest compared to the PC powered Rift S. Obviously there's virtual desktop that I still have to try out, different things, but I'm going to go a bit further into this. Obviously this is just a first impressions video. The thing that really became apparent to me, however, and you may know that I just got out of VR, and I may look a bit dazed, or I mean, I have a headache, a pretty bad one at that, and I think that is due to the Quest 2. After spending about an hour in VR last night, I got a massive headache and I didn't feel well. And I've just done the same this morning, and again, all of a sudden, massive headache. I just had to sit down for a little bit before I even turned the camera on and just kind of collect myself. It didn't make me feel good. And I think that's largely to do with the strap that the Oculus Quest 2 comes with. I feel like it puts a lot of pressure around here. I have pre-ordered the Elite strap for this, and that's yet to come. But hopefully as soon as I get it, I'll chuck it on and I'll see if that helps. But from what I've heard from other people, it does actually help quite a bit, because I'm not liking the strap that it comes with. Not at all. Going to continue using the Oculus Quest 2, really get down into the nitty-gritty of the headset, and I'll bring you my review as soon as I can. And that's it. Thanks for watching this video, everybody. Hit that like button if you liked it, subscribe for more videos, and I will see you in the next video.